We seem to be live. We have gone live. We're a bit late for you lot in the USA, but I'm a bit early for those in the UK. So, because here it's only 20 past 6 now. But I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm fine. Now, we are the mad scientists. This is for those that turn up in the replay and go, what happened? And I'm Mad Frankie. And this is what I go over here. And together we make the mad scientists. Here you go. Dun, da, 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 da.
Da, da, da. And so we will. Hi, Anne. Hi, Evie. Hi, Colleen. I'm so sorry. Fran is so sorry. The world is a mess today, right? It's our time. Our in the U.S. The time changed, but it didn't change over there yet. When do you change
No,
over there?
I don't know. Soon, maybe. Don't know. Pass. You're lucky if I know what day it is, never mind what time.
Hi,
Anyway,
Barbara. Hi, Liz. Well, we're here, and if we're too early for the European
we'll
for the
still be doing
European
that time they
country,
turn up. So don't bother.
yeah, we thank you for your patience. We just thank you for your patience. We'll be fine Friday. Well, I won't be here Friday, so that won't work either.
No, that won't work.
Uh, well, we'll get it straight. We'll get it straight.
We'll get sorted when they decide what time it is.
Yeah.
Daft
We'll figure
beggars.
it out. All right,
Right.
let me go off
So,
screen. Let me go
oh, okay.
off you back.
Only just got here and she's going away again. I
I'm
don't know.
here. You could still hear me. You just can't see
Yeah.
my hand.
I think these are dry. I was just drying them because I just dashed out to buy them. I was just drying them while you was waiting in the wings. So there was some reason behind it, apart from time change. What all I've done is I've put some gesso on these two pieces. And what they are, they come like this. Let me hook that out of the way. The odd bit of my cable. They come like this. They are wooden trays, as you can see. Yeah? They come in
Okay.
a set. I get them from Hobbycraft, but you can use canvases. I do have canvases as well. I just haven't used one because these are so nice, and these are what the previous piece was made from. The one that's hanging on the wall. Okay, so I've split one of these open, and I've taken the two into the two smallest because this is the size of the one I did before, the one with the pebbles coming down and the blue and the green and the little bits of silver on it that I showed in one of the show your art for 10 goes thing.
Yeah.
Right. So I did that. So I've now covered this with white gesso, and I used the heat gun, and I've now got these lovely bubbles here, which are not quite dry, but they are lovely. So what I will do next is use various things, including the great and famous crackle. As if I've got any. Crackle? Got any crackle? Hello! I've got opaque white paste. I've got some plaster. I could use a bit of plaster. I like using the plaster. That's quite nice. I've got coarse pumice gel up there. What else have I got? I've got some more pumice gel there. Heavy gel gloss. I've got a whole load of stuff around here. I've got the mini art stones, which is what I want to use. That's again heavy gel gloss. Gloss medium. We don't want gloss medium, or I don't, not at the moment. There was something else I wanted to show you. I've got me art powder, well, texture powder. I've got various little, they call these granelli di luna, moon grains. Okay. That's a different make, you see, from the Finnabair one. I should have another Finnabair one somewhere. Because it's always like that, isn't it? It's always somewhere.
It's over there. No, I'm not saying it.
No,
Never
it's here.
mind.
It's here. It's here. Mini art stones. Somewhere I've got some big ones, but I haven't got the big ones. So I've ordered some of those because I'd really like to have a go with some really big ones. So we've got some of these stones. We've got a couple of different sizes. So I'm going to put some of those on. So I need some plaster, which is right here. I've got rusting powder if I want it, but I don't think I do for this one. I've also got large grain gel, which might be handy. Let me get some of that down because that's interesting to play with. It comes with grains in it. Like, let me open this up and show you. Well, you can't really see the grains. Let's get a bit out. Looks desperately around for a, there we are, one down there, palette knife. There we are. So we've got some there. Put some on. And you can feel the grittiness of the grains. They're quite a size, sort of like little glass beads suspended in it.
Yeah, Barbara has a question. Do those mini stones take paint?
Yeah, they take paint quite well.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're a sort of soft, toofery sort of stuff. Like almost like they're made of plaster or some such thing. I'm going to put this one aside for now. We'll just work on this one.
You're welcome.
So we've got the bubbles from the heated gesso, and now we've got different shapes. Keeps trying to escape from me. Come and join in. I'm doing this in a sort of not a straight line, a non-straight line.
Just hither and dither.
Yeah, just sort of in a sweep. Sorry about the cough. Can't help it. Been getting worse lately. A bit more there. This grain gel is quite old, so it's a bit sort of sticky. If you buy it new, it's probably less so. More like that, less glumpy. But I don't mind. I quite like the glumpy because I prefer randomness to uniformness. Tissue. I like to keep wiping my tools to keep them clean while I'm working, or as clean as I can. Hang on.
Hang on. I'm hanging. You like the word, Anne likes the word grumpy.
Sorry, I said, why is she feeling grumpy? Or was it just me saying grumpy? Glumpy, I said.
Glumpy.
Glumpy.
Hi, Evie.
Sort of clumpy and gumpy. Something like that.
Shoot.
I just invent words when my mouth runs away with me, that's all.
I think autocorrect was fixing her. She was trying to say glumpy, and autocorrect kept saying grumpy.
Yeah.
And let me say that again. Hi, Evie. Welcome back.
I haven't got any crackle on yet. This is not crackle. This is a fine surface filler.
I guess I should say I went to the post office. I got out to the post office. I think it was Friday. It might have been Friday. So I got a second batch of mailings out for the teacup, crocheted teacup.
Mhm.
So I got another batch shipped. One lady that lives about 10 hours from me, she already got hers.
Ooh.
So I'm waiting to, I haven't mailed yours yet, Fran, and I haven't mailed Evie's, because I'm doing something different for you guys. Ha ha ha. But
Intriguing.
but the second pile of mailings should have had me caught up unless I missed somebody. I hope I didn't miss anybody.
Right, now that's rough because I don't care. I want it like that,
Hi,
but really
Belinda.
don't. Luckily, this stuff, although it does after a while dry out, if you don't use it very often,
Hi,
it's cheap as
Miriam.
chip. So it's really good value. Now, let's have some of these Granelli di Luna. So you can put them into the other gel that's over there. And these, they need to be sort of pushed in. Because otherwise they won't stick because it's only plaster.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to trying the mega ones, which are quite a bit bigger than these, it seems. And you could, if they seem to be wanting to move around, you can always go over them with some gel, some clear gel, and that will sort of embed them in a bit more. But any kind of gel will set them in. It's just that they will also go in the plaster a bit.
Yeah. The bottom of your screen is off. I don't know if you knocked it or what. I didn't know if we were missing. I know that board isn't very big, so I didn't think we were missing much.
No, there's nothing down here but my hands. That's
Yeah.
all. But I can, yeah. It's this thing, you see, the arm, it keeps tipping over.
Yep, we need to get you a new one.
Well, this is a new one. Stupid thing won't do what it's supposed to do.
Perfect. Abby says perfect. As you can see, the board isn't the box isn't very big, so we weren't really missing much except it just looks better
Just an
now.
edge.
More centered in the camera.
Yeah.
So I like those little stones. I remember you using them. Didn't you have some in black?
Oh, those were prills.
Ah,
These
pearl.
are the texture powder, the stuff that takes what do you call it? The ink and paint and stuff.
They're more absorbent.
Oh, some of these will fall off. Oh, they are absorbent, whereas the prills are already coloured. They're more like a sort of plastic bead.
Yeah.
So, but you can also use the texture powder. I've not used that in one of these before. And it's extremely fine, the texture powder. So, but it can create a sort of different look.
And see, I would just look around my house and see what I've got that would give texture.
Well,
Oh,
you could use turmeric powder,
well, I have dust bunnies and lint and
paprika, anything like that. That powder would already have a colour, so you couldn't really colour it blue. This you can, and I really like blue, see, so that's really why I'm sticking to this. Because I've then got the option of playing more. What else have we got down there? I think I've got my copper. No, that's deep sea. Wasn't the one I'm looking for. Rocky Road, that's not the one I'm looking for either. I've got soft gel, like that. Soft matte gel, that's quite good. That's transparent, so any colour I put on already will show through, but I haven't put any on already yet. Yellow rust, that's not what I was looking for.
yeah, Evie, I have a great supply of dust bunnies around the house and
Really?
I clean the dryer out every time I use it, but I put it in a bag, like a grocery bag, a plastic bag. So I have a nice pile of lint, and I don't have any pets, so there's no pet hair in the lint. So I
Oh,
have plenty of texture there. Oh, you have cat fur.
okay.
Hi, Trish. So nice.
Careful, that's not. Oh, there we are. These are the ones I'm looking for.
We're gonna
This one.
see if we can
And
help you relax and take a nap again. That's what we're here for.
we're here to make people go to sleep. I don't think that's quite my idea.
Well, there's
But
always
you welcome.
no,
Welcome.
no, no. If it works, it works because we know there's replay.
Yep. So I've got various little prills I've just got down now.
That's what I say, Anne. I cannot dust because I'm saving it for art supply.
Oh, best one I've heard in a long time. So I've
Yeah.
got here mini prills. These are pearls, mini pearls. So that's what these ones are. But I have other colours as well. I have this one, aqua. Quite nice. I have this lovely blue, which I really like. I like that one. And this one is a mixture, a plum crazy. It's sort of plummy colours. And that one is some sort of lilac, lavender and lace. So it's just different colours. I think I want to use some of these, but I still want to put some crackle on, and I don't know where I put my crackle. It'll be in a box somewhere. That's usually where it is. What's that? Oh, I've got an Arty Deco crackle medium, but I think you've got to use it with something else.
I just say that looks more liquid and it needs to be mixed in with.
Apply crackle medium on the base colour. Once dry, small cracks or tacky, larger cracks, apply the second coating of a contrasting Deco Art colour, which will crackle within minutes. I'm not quite so keen on those ones, as they're a bit sort of, you do what, when, where, which?
Yeah.
I like crackle all for two reasons. One, because it comes in a tube and you just put it on and smooth it out, no problem. Plus, it dries white and it will accept colour. And it's got two different types of crackle in the one thing, because you've got your like any other crackle, if you put it thinly on, you get thin crackles. If you put it thickly, you get larger cracks. And if you put it on something like this, around the edge of where the crackle is, you'll get a different pattern, I've noticed. So that is fabulous, because you get your normal cracks and then you've got this sort of alligatoring all along one side. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. Must find my chroma crackle. It'll be somewhere, but not around here. So we'll just push this powder in, because not all of it's going to stick anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm getting it off on my hands already. And we'll push some of these in. Now, which ones was I going to use? These nice blues. I'm a liking the blues. A few more. That's a bit of a scatter bomb effect, that one. See if I can't guide that in a bit better. One or two don't mind so much. Anything that's a bit loose, I want to reattach somehow. Get it in. It's not very well attached. Put it into that bit. That one in there. It's in there. Just trying to make it settle where I want it. I might have to go over this later with a bit more, with some clear gel, like soft matte gel or something, to get a bit more into it. Go over the top with it. Let's see. This is quite light, you see, so I can do a fair bit with that. Anything that wants to move, I'll move over. If I can guide it over as well, then it will embed things for me. I hope. We'll have to see what happens when it's dried. Now, this with the gel on now, what I can't do is use a heat gun on that bit. Or I don't want to use a heat gun on that bit, perhaps would be a better way of saying it.
Okay.
Because I don't want it bubbling up. But I wouldn't mind if this bubbled up, but I'm going to leave it as it is. Like that, see? Just to sort of encase these a bit more. There we are. And a little bit more for that one, which is a bit big. I think that came off the previous one and hadn't stuck, so it had to be put back in the pot, which is handy, means I could use it again. I'll probably come over when it's dried with some more gel to encase some of these on the plaster, but I don't want that there. Get that out. Right. Bit more down here because these are looking a bit loose. Because this is a transparent gel, things will show through, so that's good. I said that before, didn't I? Probably.
Oh, I know. I meant to tell you when you get a chance, get over to Makers and see what Anne posted.
Okay.
Her rooster.
Oh.
She yeah, she got a wooden rooster. I guess it would be a wooden rooster plaque in a.
All right.
But anyway, she turned it into a steampunk looking rooster.
Oh.
And I want you to see it. You'll love it.
I will go.
Great job. Really great job of artistic endeavor there, Anne. I like it.
Right, now I've only put a little bit of that in, but I'm quite happy with that. I think I need to wait for it to dry. I could put a bit more down here, but I'm not sure if I want to. I want to get the crackle in, so that means I've got to go hunting for crackle. It'll be in a large pot.
Chuck, that was the name. I couldn't think of his name. She named it Chuck. Yeah. When y'all get a chance, head over to Makers Facebook group, and if you need me to post the link, I will. But look for Anne's. Get on the most recent activity or newest post, and see Anne's Chuck. Actually, you could just click on photos, in the photo album, and it'll be in there.
Now, I haven't got chroma crackle. I will put some chroma crackle either on this one or on this smaller one. But I've just found the eye zinc texture, which is also crackle. So I think I'll use some of that. So I'm going to turn this around so I can see what I'm doing. Where's my lid? Put my lid on my soft transparent gel, which is a new pot.
I'm not gonna say what Miriam posted because I'm not sure how YouTube will censor that. But what I will say that if that is that, then Anne needs to hang it in her bedroom, so she'll always have one in her bedroom.
Oh, really?
I don't want to say the
I
word.
clicked.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, Miriam. I love your sense of humor. You read my mind, so you don't have to be sorry. But I just say, hang that in your bedroom, and so there's always one of those in there.
Now this should crackle quite nicely. I don't think it's going to be as good as the chroma crackle. It's always been my favourite, that one. But
So
let's see.
we're at a distance, and I'm wondering if down at the bottom, if there's already some crackle going on.
Yeah, I'm putting crackle on here. Shall I just make this go further out?
Oh, I see. No, I think you're fine. It's hard to say because it's all white mostly, and
Yeah. Well, I'm
farther
putting
out we
some
don't
with
get
a
to
bit of.
see the detail, but closer up we don't get to see the whole thing. So
Yeah, well, you won't see any crackle at the moment because it's all wet, so it's not going to
right.
crackle yet. And I want to put a bit more on there because that's getting thin there. I like the crackle because it's got a sort of feel of naturalness about it and and randomness. So you put something on like that, and it does its own thing, and you just have to take what it
Yeah,
does with a pinch of salt. And I like that very thought, you know.
yeah,
Put something on that's going to do what it does, whether you want it to or not. It'll do it. Right, I've got some good thickness down there. I think I want to put a little bit more thickness here. I feel like it's not quite thick enough. And I'm going to put the top on there because I don't want it to dry out. So it's going to take quite a while to dry this. I want it quite thick. I want it some fairly decent cracks going on there. And I want it right to the corner. We'll see what. I've not really tested this Zethapter crackle very much. I've tested little bits here and there with other things, you know, but I've not sort of put it on in different thicknesses to see what happens. So it will be interesting to find out. And I'm going to let it go down the side a bit as well because I've already got some bubbles there
yeah.
from excess gesso I put on. So I'm just letting that join in, as it were. We'll see what happens with that. You can always put more crackle on if you want to. Once this lot has dried, that's not a problem.
Anne says that her Seth after crackle barely crackled.
Yeah, well, it depends on how thickly you put it on and how much you poke it, I think, as well. Some crackle when you put it on. If you put it on with a brush, you've got to brush it all in the same direction and then stop. Because if you keep touching it, you're going to change it and sort of mash it together or something. Something like that. I don't know.
Can you
I've
hold?
not had that problem.
Can you give us a close up of that just to get a
Sure, sure. I'll do that. I just want to wipe this first.
okay, sure.
Just want to wipe this off.
And then Diane, Colleen says you once mentioned you made your own crackle. What were the ingredients and quantities of that? Interesting.
Just smoothing the edge there. I saw it was a bit bubbled up, so it looked like a ridge. I didn't want that. The rest of it is fine. Right, let's have a proper look at this. I won't lift it up because it's wet.
Okay.
And I keep getting it on my fingers, but I'll show you.
Okay.
Get
Nice
the cables out the way.
I could see it.
Right. You can see that this end, I've put crackle here. These are bubbles from the gesso. I've put the clear gel there to encase the prills and to make sure that anything else is a bit more solid. And here I've got the plaster going this side with the texture powder. And the Granelli di Luna and the mini art stones that you can see in little areas like this. Now these ones in the middle here are not really on anything, so they're not going to stick. They're going to come off when I shake it, but I'm going to leave it like that to dry. So we've got the crackle going all the way down here. It's going right to the edge here and then goes all the way down and there, and I've got some on this edge as well. I like putting things on the edge as well as on the front, because when you put something on the wall, you do see the edges. Unless you're putting a frame on it, I like to see the edges.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, I prefer that. It looks like a whole thing then to me. So that's that. So what I've got to do now is take this away and put it somewhere safe to dry. Could you talk to people for a second while I figure out what I'm going to do to put it somewhere safe? Because I want to work on here.
Yep.
So I've got other things to do.
Let me bring my show and tell stuff up. Sure. Let me come over here. Bring my camera up. You go right ahead and do your thing. We were talking. I have things prepared here in case she needed to wander off. We were talking a while back about toilet paper rolls, everyone. And this is a toilet paper roll book that I made. Tag holder. It's made with all, except for the cover. The cover is not I don't think it is, toilet paper roll. I think it's just heavy cardstock, the cover. And then some, I believe these are scrapbook papers that I had laying around. A crocheted flower that I made. So here's the book I made. Again, scrapbook paper. Because it doesn't look like something I made. And then you open it up and this is a toilet paper roll, the dark part you see. And you pull your tag out. These are unfinished tags. So this dark part is the toilet paper flattened. The edges are inked, and then scrapbook paper. Let's put this back in there. Then tags that I have, and I have multiple pages. And I meant to do this again. I think this was done for a gift, and then the girl that I made it for moved away, and I haven't seen her. But I meant to do it again. This was more or less my prototype. I wanted to do it again with my painty paper. So I need to do that. I need to make another one with painty paper. The spine for this is like an accordion fold, and then you slip the toilet paper roll down on top the fold, and that's what makes the pages. Makes it flippy. So it's so simple to make. And it works out best if not all toilet paper rolls are the same size. In case you didn't know that, I'm here to tell you. And it works out best if you if you save the ones that are all the same size. And the other trick is that when I scrunch down the toilet paper roll, I tend to wet the edges here and then scrunch it down. And I have over here, I have This is some kind of metal. It weighs like 50,000 tons. It's very heavy. It's an exaggeration. But anyway, I usually hold that to hold the toilet paper rolls to scrunch them. And like I said, I wet the edges so that they will be a little more flexible and not crack and break. Because you could see some areas where they actually cracked. They were dry. But for the most part, I thought they came out fairly well. But that's a handy dandy thing to hold them down until they dry and they keep the fold. Yeah, it has to be all I can think of. I don't usually do scrap paper, so I think this is scrap paper from the young lady that I made this for. This was a way to use it. I can't remember. I know I've shown this before. And then of course the tags are simple cardstock paper, thin cardstock paper, and I put hole protectors there and then a piece of ribbon. No big deal. Very simple, very easy to make. I like assembling things like that. Are you back yet, Fran? No? Yeah, 50,000 ton weight. We moved here 8 years ago. I moved here 8 years ago, and I found this in the yard off the patio. Had somebody come in and pour concrete for our back patio, and as we were clearing out, I found this. I don't know what it's for. It's got wording or something on it, but I love rusty bits. And I kid you not, this is a full weight. This is solid, heavy, very heavy. So, but it comes in handy when you need a heavy book or something. Yeah, a metal Lego. Or something. But that's not the thing I made. This is the thing I made. Ooh, and now over this, not that. This is so easy, Diane. Again, and you can make it any size. I followed, or as many pages as you want. I followed this size. I probably could have made the cover out of something heavier so it didn't, if you look, so it didn't bend, so that it stayed stiff. But not bad for a first time. And then all the tags need to be done. Yeah, they look like it, but they're not. It's actually thinner. I have a lot of manila folders, file folders, and this is thinner, like just thin cardstock that I cut out on my silhouette. So I cut them all the same. Not very thick at all. So it slides in there really nice wherever this one goes. There. Slides in the toilet paper slot really easily. And I'm sure I saw a video on it, or I probably wouldn't have been able to make it. So somewhere there's a video out there. Look at toilet paper tag holder. And then this is the best part is my crocheted flowers. See? I did
Yeah.
it.
Lovely.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of like a weight, like on a pulley system. You would put a weight, so it would raise and lower something. But who knows? But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, go look up a video, give it a try. Painty papers. That's what I want to do is gel print papers. I need to get back over to my gel plate. I got stuff on my mind to do. Are you back, dear?
Oh, I'm here. Yes, yes. I've got something to show.
All right. Come back. What you got?
I've got some little pockets I made quite a while ago. I'm going to put these up as number, I don't know what I'm at now, 8 or something. These are little pockets, just pockets. There's a giant paper clip there with one in there. And this comes up And there's the pocket. You can see through to the back, you see, with the coloured paper at the back. That's what it's supposed to be. And then these, I've got somewhere to live inside there.
I like that. See, it's little things like that. Kerry shows the boxes that he makes that he keeps in his room, right? In his craft room.
Uh-huh.
Um, and that's okay, except I like little things like this, making smaller things with the painty papers.
The thing I liked about doing this, well, I think it was mostly with gesso and then paint or ink or something, or sprays on it. But I liked it because of this,
Yes,
because this is an unusual dye that you cannot get lots of. Only Tim Holtz, I think, did those. What they are is they do not cut out the thing you're doing. They just cut out the holes, leaving the dye there. He calls it a reverse dye. So it gives you a look through to the other side of the pocket, which is especially useful when you happen to have a rather snazzy pocket like this, where I used the inside, on the inside lining, I used the stuff that catches the color catcher sheet in your washing machine, which
yeah.
is what this is. And I liked the color of the one I had, but I wanted it more, so I sprayed it with some sprays, and hey presto, this was my first one. You can see that I put the lining in first and then folded the box shut. What I should have done was put the lining in after I'd folded it shut, or fold it shut around the back and then put something over there to disguise it. And I
Right.
didn't do that. But you can see this is one of my favorite dyes. Yeah, I think it comes with a stencil as well.
I love that one because it reminds me of the PM Artist Studio lattice stencil, and that's one of my favorites. And you've just
Mm-hmm.
given me an idea. You know how you get a deck of cards and they're in a box,
Yeah.
hold them? Well, I have these cards that I've been making, these flower cards, following along with Sharon, making our own cards.
Yes. Yes, I love those.
Yeah, and you know what? Making a box for these now with your idea, I'll just use one of PM Artist Studio stencils, the lattice work probably, and hand
Mhm.
cut it, which I don't have a problem with, and make a box for these.
So
Mhm.
I use that to put plaster through on there as well. And on this one, where I put plaster through, I used the same one. I just fell in love with this particular dye. That's partial, part of the dye.
I
I
love
only
your
wanted part of it. And that's all the dye on there. And again, I put inside a lining, but this time I added some lining to the pieces inside as well, so it didn't look so glaring.
yeah.
So, and so there's that one, and the honeycomb. And then I did this one
Oh,
before I did that, before I even got that. This is my favorite one, this. It's made from a box of tomatoes. And I love it because I just used eyelets down there and just threaded this through to create the bow. And all you do is you ease up the lacing like you would with a shoe.
I love it. Yeah, I did,
And
Colleen.
then you can open it up and get whatever's inside out. Now, there's nothing actually inside, I don't think. I don't think I put the. Oh, I got the cover, of course, lining though. So I've got the lining inside. Let me just ease this out.
Oh, that interests me. It's right up until it comes to the inserting the grommets. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I
Well, I did this before I had any better setter. I used it with the crocodile one. That's what I use for that. That's quite good. Makes a quite nice. Yeah, I had to be very careful. I think it's just the second one that I actually put the holes in because the first one I didn't line it up properly, obviously. So, but there's nothing in there but the lining. So I did the lining in the similar colours to these, so that I could dye it a better colour. Because some of them come out like this. Some of them come out quite a nice colour, but never come out quite as good as that. So
Yeah.
I almost always add more colours to them. I just love doing that because it's so much fun.
I love your choice of colors. Mystical. It's all mystical. It's what they would call a corset type closure, isn't
Yeah,
it? Wouldn't
yeah.
it be like, yeah.
I think
Or
of it like the lacing on a shoe, but
like
yes.
on a shoe, yeah.
And you could put a sort of something or other on there and close it like that if you wanted. You don't have to do it that way
Yeah.
that I had it
Yeah,
originally.
that's
But,
such a good idea for storage of longer tags or
exactly, yeah. And I do sometimes done the longer ones. So, and if you put something hefty on there, like something metal or something, it would weigh it down a bit more. So I just wanted to show that. I will put up the picture of those. I used some fancy tag die cuts to make these tags, and they were what was supposed to go in there. Some of them, where did I put the other ones? Oh, they're in there. These are also done with the same dies, the same set of dies that do this. Like they cut like that, you see.
well that looks dyes and embossing.
No, that's dies, and then I cut these out of with dies, and I just put them on. They're just
Oh,
cardboard
see.
dies put on, die cut pieces put on. Same with these, with the butterflies. I put one down there, and then put the laced one on top. So
Yeah.
you've got both. That one's just stuck on, but this one's the same. This one's got the double wings, so you've got almost a shadow underneath it. And that's the honeycomb one that I used the
Yeah,
previous
I
one.
like that one. Do you remember where you got the honeycomb one from?
Tim Holtz, they're all Tim
Oh,
Holtz ones.
okay.
They come in a set of 2 or 3 in a pack, I think. Have I got one of them here?
Deb C says your
Yes,
blues
I've got one
are
here.
Deb C says your blues are utterly luminous.
Thank
Oh,
you.
there you go.
These also do the same thing. The brick one and this one also do the same thing, and it comes with these dies as well. So it's this one is a mixed media one. They don't say what they're calling them, but I think he called them a reverse die. There must be some sort of word he came up with it, but it's a Thinlits die. They're all like that. 3 dies in there. So lovely. So you can just cut out this out of a large piece of paper and then fold the piece of paper as I did with these to create the pockets. I can't
Yeah.
remember the plan I made. I think I've got it somewhere. I don't know. This is years and years ago, so it's probably in an extremely old thing somewhere, hidden underneath 97 other things. So I'll never find it.
Well,
But yeah,
I'm surprised as long ago as you made those that you have the die right there.
well, that's one of them, but there are other dies as well. I couldn't find the others. The
Hmm.
others will be somewhere in one of my boxes, but I don't know where. Pop those in. Nice to keep them safe. And I seem, for some odd reason, to have put this piece into one of them. I don't know why. It's just a piece of, when you rip the opening on an Amazon package,
Hmm. I know.
piece
I
that comes,
recognized it. Yeah.
and I managed to get some of the cardboard off to leave the corrugations underneath, and then I painted just the bits that weren't torn. So I have no idea why I stored it there. I guess I just liked it, and I still
Just
do.
liked it for the bling.
Yeah, I liked it for the copper and the blue. I don't know. I'm daft like that. So that's that. Let's pull this up a bit. We've got a couple of pulls to have a look at.
Yes,
We've got,
we do.
but first I wanted to have a go with these. Now these I've had for quite some time, and I was thinking about them when I was using that big stamp of the mushroom, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was remembering that I got these ages ago, the little mushroom stamps. There's that one, and there's that one, and there's that one. I thought this was the 4th one, but it isn't. This is washi tape, but it's quite nice. Red mushroom. Comes with quite a few on there. In fact, I think there's two.
Yeah, clear and
I
non-clear.
put the clear one on the outside, and the inside one is more this one. I can just see inside that it's that one. So yeah, I've got some mushroomy things to play with. I like mushrooms, so I like them. I mean, I've got my ones that I created myself, and I've got this one from Hakanta, which is just lovely, which I used the other day on that big sheet, which I don't know where I put because it's vanished. Maybe I tidied it away up here. No, I didn't. I must have. I've been tidying up all my stencils, and I put them, some of them, into a folder like this. So I've got some in there. So some of them fitted in there, and quite a lot didn't. I mean, all my A4 ones, on ones that are less than A4, I have just bought a thing for those as well. So this one,
you're off the camera a lot, just so you know.
Okay, the front one, the front leaf pocket has got my Frankenstencil beast in it. And then we've got some strips. We've got a semic writing, and then we've got all these hairy violets.
You know, I have a 3-ring binder full of page protectors, and I have a number of them full of hi Mariah, full of paint skins from when I did paint board.
Yeah.
And then stencils.
Yeah, some of these are not in the shop. I'm hoping they might be one day. But there's the old turtles, which I love, and my nice
turtles.
Nautiluses. I'm really happy with the Nautiluses. Loads of fish, which still aren't up yet. Various bits and bobs, you know. We've seen them all before, mostly.
Mariah is here in listening mode only. She's got.
And this one, this is the combination between what I made and what P turned it into. This thing. So I put them both together with the other square stencils, so they're all in there. And then there's skulls, and then there's pretty patterns, which I do like these ones particularly. And I haven't even used that one. I keep getting that out, and I keep meaning to use it, and I haven't used it yet. So I've got a big one there, which keeps falling down. And I've got another big one to go with it, some more in there. So we're getting slightly organised. So let's have a look at this, which is the idea I started with in the stream.
Okay.
I'm going to need this.
Yep, you kind of got piled up there, and you got to make room for your gel plate.
I'm not putting a gel plate down.
You've got 2 pools.
Oh yes, well I'll bring those over when I finish with this. They don't want to go in. There we are.
There you go.
I've heard somebody say that before. There we go. So I'm going to cut this to make a straight edge here, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do with the Zutter. It's not going to be anything very sort of strange, but I have got, not with me, but I have got somewhere around the place some leather cutters which might be able to make similar shapes. And I'm thinking that might be handy because I'd like to alternate a rectangle shape and a round shape. So, you know, round, hole, wide eyelet, rectangle. What I'd do is make them further spaced apart than they are here, and also make some rings, only not in ring shaped, square like these, to echo the shape, so that I could then paint them with metallic paints and make them look like they're also eyelets but in a different shape. You know, that would be fun, I think, to do something like that. So where's me thingy? I want metal ruler. Hello, metal ruler. Oh, there you are, big metal ruler. Wasn't so sure about. Oh, not the big one. I want the smaller one. There we are, behind it. Hiding. Metal rule. Cut that so that it's even. That's the cutty thing. Around the corner. Yeah, there's the cutty thing. Now then, I want to cut it so that I can use that one. This one's wonky because I'll explain why in a moment when I get the Zutter out. But in the meantime, cut this. This is a very thick card. I cannot remember where I got it from. You know, what box or whatever it was. It was quite sturdy. It's not got any corrugations in the inside, you see. So it's really quite thick. But it's not as thick as grey board. I usually get grey board that's about twice as thick as that. So we've got one piece. This piece went off, and I'll tell you why. Here's my Zutter. I'm going to show the Zutter. And take that out. But I had it like that, with this notchy thing here. And it's got a little stopper here. And unfortunately, I did not notice when I put this in. So one side went down and the other side rested on the notch. So that's why it's wonky there.
Oh.
So that bit. But that's all right. I'm only trying things out after all. So I'll cut that there. So we've got one piece that's working. See, what I want to do with this is also cut this off, you see.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got this piece, which I'm going to do with the wide eyelets. Now that I've got enough of them, I will either put them all the way along, or I might put them with another colour, alternating, or even another colour, or even a completely different colour.
And that's why I like the eyelets, is because you can get the colors. But I'm a klutz trying to put them in, even with my crocodile. So that's why I've just decided to stick with the
well, you've got a nice selection of those Chicago screws. I couldn't get those. I could only get a couple of sizes. I couldn't get the multi ones.
Oh yeah, those. Well, and those are fine. Where'd they go? Those are fine. I mean, I actually got mine are gold.
Yeah.
Mine in gold, but I saw them I think I saw them in silver.
Yeah. Did you see any in ancient antique bronze or something like that, or antique copper? That would be nice.
I'll take a second look, because I can have them shipped right to you, couldn't I?
Cost you a fortune. I wouldn't. But if you can find any, then I can always have a look.
Send stuff to me and cost a fortune, and I can't send stuff to you and cost a fortune?
I didn't do that. All I did was I ordered something from Amazon.com, and they sent it to you on my Prime. It was fine. It didn't cost me anything extra.
So I could do that if I could find them available in a color. Yeah, I'll look. Because I like these, but they're not
on Amazon.com to come to me anyway. It's only some things they won't ship to the UK, but some. So I can get some of them.
The shortest ones I have, and unfortunately, they did not put labels on here to the length of these. But the shortest ones I have might still be deeper than I would want for an eyelet.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even hold it. My fingers don't hold things so well.
Oh, really, Anne? Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah,
looking metal.
I'm gonna look then, Anne. Thank you. I'll go back and look.
Do.
see what I could. I
Good stuff.
love them. I've already used
Oh,
them on 2 projects, and I've got ideas for others. But I'm going to need a different color because I don't want gold for everything. It's just too. It distracts. I wanted either a burnished silver or like an antique looking metal. Oh, black. Yeah, I'm going back shopping. But I can't do. But the eyelets and the grommets are more flat. They're not as yeah, they're more flat. And I just wish, I mean, even with Russ's help, he's not very mechanically inclined in that direction. I just can't get him to set. I squish the little prongy things, squish and don't
yeah.
hold.
Breads. Yeah.
Well, the underside of the grommet.
Yeah. The flat flanges. Yeah.
Yeah, that word. Let me get off screen. Yeah, mine seem to just go and this they don't grab. So they don't set so that when if I move the book or the pages or whatever, they fall out. It's like this is
Yeah.
terrible.
That's not so good, is it? No.
No, what am I doing wrong? I'm trying.
Well, I've discovered that it's easier using that big press. I don't know where I put my big press. It's got a nice sort of lever arm on it, so it levers
Oh
well.
yeah.
That thing. I can't remember what it's called, but I showed you.
Yes, you did, and I have it in my Amazon. I guess
I
it's
found that makes everything much easier.
yep. I think it's time to move it up on the wish list. Hi, Kathy. They're yeah. The eyelets are a pain, but there's times
So
when the Chicago screws are fine. They're wonderful for making those connections and protecting the pages, but they're too even the smallest, shortest one is still too long for some
you
things.
need to put more pages in, obviously.
Okay, but for what you're doing there, the Chicago screw would not work, would it?
No. Well, it's only for decoration, you see. So, you see what yeah, I've got it at an angle, and I don't want that. So I've got to move this peg, this thingy, further away so that I've got it straight, and then I can cut. So I'm lining that up with that side, and I've got to make sure I've got plenty of room this side because this comes down quite a way, like this. In fact, I don't know why I've left that on there. So that should have cut lovely. So now I can line that up.
Hi, Uda. I love my Zutter. I was just wondering how you were going to manage to space them farther apart, but
Well, that's why I was thinking about a punch.
uh, Deb, I have watched the videos and done it this way, that way, and the other way. I have gone to Crocodile and watched the videos. I have watched generic videos for putting in eyelets. It's the nut behind the wheel over here. Just can't do it well.
So what I do to line it up, take the last hole that I've got there that I want to line it up with, and I line that up with the little picture. See? So it's level with the little picture, and I just slot that in like that, keeping it in the same position. Take it round, and there you go. Beautiful.
I love mine.
So I think I'm going to do it on the other side as well. So I'm going to line this one up with that one so that I get them nice and even. And then the next one, line up with the last one because we don't want to punch more than we need. And then one more. And go to there. Okay, yes. So line that one up. It's handy to have them at the top because they're easier to line up, where you can see for yourself whether it's lined up with the image. There we go. It almost looks like a film strip now, doesn't it? Lovely. So what I'm going to do is as I said, I'm going to spend hours making little eyelets in the right shape to go over those. But because I'm making them out of cardboard, I don't have to put them on the other side. So I only have to do them on one side. So just a decentish amount of cardboard. I mean, this is, I think that it might be a bit too much, I think. And the other idea I had, which is why I need a punch with this shape, which I haven't got. But as I say, I've got some leather punches somewhere knocking about the house that might have one the right size to do individually a few. And I only want a few because what I do is I do some round holes for some and some square holes as well, and put them, not square, rectangular, and put them alternately, or sort of 6 in the middle and 2 at the outside, whatever pattern I fancy. I did have it written down in a little sketch. So you see, I could put various pieces like that and then have one like that with all these, or else have it one odd, one odd, one odd, like that, or like that if I can get a punch that will punch in a different direction. I'm thinking those leather punches might do. Of course, it would probably ruin it for leather, but that's my lookout. I use cardboard a lot more than I do leather, so there we go.
Yeah.
Or, of course, I could cut them out of leather. There is that.
Well,
but I like the idea of colouring them with metallic paint, so that wouldn't work so well with leather.
right.
That would be pointless.
And Debsy says, can you turn off, so to speak, the individual Zutter punched holes, or are they always only that size? They're always only that size. Yeah, there's no way to, yes.
They don't punch all at the sea. You can see if you look down this little
there's
alley, they don't all come out at once.
There's
They
blades.
come out regularly every time.
Yeah, there's blades that come out when you pull that arm down and back. And then you can line up your wire, the wire that comes with it. You can purchase. You can line that up, put it through your holes, and line that up in that other piece, and squish it to close the wires.
Yeah, you put that there.
Yep, and your wires are on there, so you decide. Yeah.
And then that will press it closed. You see? And these are to test which one you're going to put in.
Yep.
So you can adjust it.
I see. Deb has a cinch, and you can adjust the spacing of the holes.
Oh, can you? But they only cut a round hole, don't they?
Okay, Colleen. Okay. Take care.
Sorry. Let's have a look.
And Liz says that she has a Heidi swap Zutter that you could turn off any holes from punching. That's interesting too.
Really? Heidi.
See, those are best. Yeah.
I must look into that. Let me write that down. I must look into that. That's what I'm thinking about.
You get a little more control of how many holes and how spaced they are. And the Heidi swap cinch has nice square holes. The regular cinch has the round holes. Oh, it's SWAPP. Is that it? Let me go up.
What PO2?
Let me go up, Kathy.
Hang on.
Oh, yes, Kathy. I saw that. In fact, didn't she just explain that? Whereas you line up with the, there's a nub for aligning for more holes. Yes. And
yes,
And Kathy, you're talking about the Zutter that Fran just had sitting there. Yes, there's a nub.
Yeah, that's an ordinary one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Had a very cool
I'm
time.
I'm interested in that other one, and she wrote it down, and she's gonna come back and ask me in a week or two, what was that again? So
Yeah. Yeah. I just want to show you these before we go and do anything else.
yeah, you do that. I'm gonna write something down.
I'm just going to show you these. These are my faux stamps. They were called arty stamps at the time I did them, and that one took a picture I'd painted of spaceships and shrunk it down to stamp size. This one was from a story I was writing. It was Jerome Premier Issue. 10 credits, that one. From a large painting I made. What was that one? That one was 5 credits. And then we go to more fantasy stuff. Dream's Edge, 9 groats. Flying Dragon. My previous dog. His head, 50 groats, of course, worth lots. 1 sovereign. A picture from the garden.
Thank you for the info, Debsy.
This one was slightly the same picture as this one, but it was altered in Photoshop to make it slightly different. So that says Jerome Spaceport, 8 credits. And then we've got Dream's Edge, 25 groats. So we've got quite a few of these different things in slightly different colours. I mean, I did the daffodil in blue.
Oh, wow.
I was living at a place called Havering, and it was right near the, there was a river that came up on the coast, and we were right by the coast. And when it came up one time in a big flash tide, we all sort of queued up round the harbour to have a look, you know, to watch it. And one guy went right down to the edge, and I caught him coming back. You can't quite see it in this, but he was about there, and he got completely swamped. We all thought it was hilarious. So that was fun. That he's just there in the white. You're getting absolutely swamped. Fun. So I've got quite a lot of these that I made over the time. Some of them are still in their big format, you know, waiting to be bought from the post office. So yeah, I had fun with that. There's some other Dream's Edge ones somewhere. Oh, there's a close up. There's the guy. He was not in white. He was in these jeans. You see, he got quite swamped. I don't think there's any different ones there. There were some different ones originally. I did some because my story was about over the falls at Dream's Edge. So of course I did the falls, cascading falls, in a digital image. I wasn't very impressed with it, so perhaps it's a good job it's not here. So those are my faux stamps I made ages and ages ago. I think it would be nice to put one of these on as number 9. One of these. So when it's finished, that would be fun. So we'll put these away, and then we'll get out the prints to pull. That's what I was trying to say.
So Mariah's interested too. She went to Amazon and looked for that Heidi Swap cinch.
Yeah.
It's not a Zutter, so get that correct. Yeah. She said $87 US dollars for the one on Amazon.
Ooh, right. Well, we'll have to think about that a bit, won't we? Right, I'm going to take the set off just because I've just got to go over the other side of the room to get the... Oh, no, I haven't. They're here. They're right here. What am I talking about? Here they are. Here they are. They're right here. There we go.
But if it does what you want...
I was trying to find a rectangular hole punch, and of course I couldn't find it. Naturally. So let's adjust this a bit better and take it up a bit so you can see the whole of the plate. That's a bit better, isn't it?
So would anyone know I have a pile of, well, I don't have a pile. I probably have 5 or 6 packages of the spine, the metal spines. Would they be compatible with, would it be compatible with the cinch, do you think?
I have often wondered that. I don't actually know because I've only got the Zutter. That's not bad at all, is it? Look at that.
I like that.
That's a lovely colour. I like that. I can't remember what I did, but it's lovely. Nice. Pulled off really nice clean plate. I've only got a little tiny bit there. Lovely. Soup-de-doop. That's one. Put this away. Over there. These things you mean? They're called wires.
Yes, the binding wires.
Come with mine.
Yeah, I have quite a few different sized ones, and
yes, I do. I have some that are a bit smaller, and I have some that are quite massive. Yeah,
got that right, Angela. Angela says that you need some of P's sipping whiskey.
Oh, I definitely do, but not whiskey. Gin, please.
Gin. So I had a question. Oh, Anne says that her daughter bought a big industrial strength binder. It was under $100, which I would be interested in. If the binder can do various size holes, various shape holes, various spaced holes.
Look at that. That is excellent.
That's gorgeous.
I'm thrilled to bits with that.
How did you
now
do it?
I did go over it in a couple of places where it was tearing the paint, not the paper because it's card, with some matte medium, and it was matte, and I can't see where I went. So that's brilliant.
Okay, Deb.
Absolutely brilliant. I can't tell where I went. It was only a couple of little spots, but oh, brilliant. Lovely. I'm so pleased with that. That's one of my favourites, that one. And one more to go. This one I've been doing quite a bit of touch up with because it seemed to want to tear. It's probably because I was using Amazon packaging paper instead of real paper,
So I'll go back Friday and look at those colors. Because that one was really nice. Oh, now see, I love these because I already love the tomato, and yes. I love this stencil.
Sculpin.
Rather, I should call them masks in this case, not stencils.
Oh, that's all right.
So, backing up about the coils for the Zutter, Deb C says the wire coils for the Zutter and the cinch are the same ratio. There are 3-to-1 and 2-to-1 coils. Just buy the right one.
Oh, that's brilliant.
The commercial ones use a different ratio. I love that, Fran. I love that.
That's great, isn't it? And it's now made this paper flatter and stronger. I mean, it's just a bit of brown packaging from Amazon.
Well, it's got an acrylic base on it.
Lovely, yes. I like. There's a little hard bit there where I used a bit more of the gel matte medium to try and get it up, and I did get it up. So that's brilliant. I can't really tell where I went. I mean, some places like this are where the fold was, and I know I put some there, but you can't tell because I use matte medium. And it hasn't, because I wasn't using copper on this one or anything else shiny.
Metallic, yeah.
Yeah, no metallic. That's lovely. It's absolutely wonderful. I'm thrilled to bits with those. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm really happy that I did that much with them. Went back and put the matte medium down because this was an excellent one looking through the glass. acrylic. But oh boy, oh it's I just can't stop looking at this one. This is my absolute
And
favorite. This.
to us, to my screen, there's a pinkness to it,
Yeah, there is a little bit, but that's where
but
the
it's
magenta thinned out.
it thinned out. It's gorgeous. The pink and the blue. It
It's not
looks.
pink. It's copper. That's
What am I
copper.
thinking
That's
of?
copper.
Like if
Hmm?
you were looking at a tapestry, um, paisley.
Yeah.
It's not paisley. It's not even close to paisley, but it puts paisley tapestry to mind.
All right.
Yes, she added the
Well,
back.
I like it. I just like it. I think that's one of my favorite pieces. I just wonder. I mean, when you've got a favorite piece that is so good, you don't want to cut it up or anything. What do you do with it? Hey, Mariah, what'd you do with it?
I would I would frame it and hang it.
I might actually do that with this one. It's good enough, I think.
I would have it mounted, framed, and hung. And I'm not even sure I would do it to that. I may scan that and then have that the printout. The original is
Well, what I might do is go to the printers in Colchester that did my eco printing and did those into digital ones because their results from the eco prints were wonderful. Unless you touch them, you can't tell the difference.
too late.
So what?
Mariah says, I thought we weren't going to talk about the pink. Too late.
No. It's all right. There's plenty of
All right.
blue and
It
green and
and that's what's
copper.
happening. I think that blue is making the magenta look pinkish, but it's fine. It's not.
And also, of course, some of it has got a lot of copper behind it. So when you tilt it, you see the
I
copper
do
more.
see it down there. Yeah.
Yeah. And also, where you see the magenta in the strong colours, then it goes to selling and you get this lovely pattern. So you don't really think about what's behind the pattern, the pinkness. You're just looking at this lovely, lovely patterning. And I'm just loving it so much. Yes. I think I might do that. Yeah.
Well, Deb C is correct. You would scan it for copies of
Yeah.
various sizes if you wanted, and
Yeah.
you would use the original. You would frame and hang that.
You could even shrink one down and turn it into a stamp.
That's
Yeah.
a lot of busyness on there to go on a small stamp.
Well, you shrink it down and then you put 5 groats, Jerome's baseball in big letters. Whatever. Well, I don't think I want to do any more today.
Yes,
As I said, I spent a long time yesterday sorting out my stencils.
well, one
So,
more thing. Anne says, you sign it.
oh yeah, on the back, yeah. I bet I had. I've also got myself this, which is an A4 one. So now I've got something with a bit more sturdiness to it. I'd have preferred a nice purple one, but they only had black. Rotten Devils Hobbycraft.
There's a paper holder, a portfolio.
I'll show you. What I did was, it just comes as that.
Oh,
But I bought some of these sleeves to put in, so I can put my A4 and smaller stencils in the same way as I did with these blinking giant things. Ugh. Yeah, these are A3, these are A4.
Yep.
So then I can get the smaller ones in. And the ones where I've got little tiny bits, I did have one a minute ago. Over there. So if I've just got a little tiny one, there you go.
Yeah.
Lovely. Yeah, I'm going to stop now because I didn't sleep too well last night. I was rather bad.
On your
And
print there, the ladies are correct. On your print there, on the back, probably, you would want to sign it, date it, and if you were really feeling informative, you would put the date of the show, the stream, which was last Friday, when you created that page, so you could reference the colors and stencils and technique. Does that make sense?
Friday, what was that?
That was the 8th. No, don't. No, that was the 10th.
Yeah.
8th.
I've got to watch for
Yeah,
today's
thank
date.
you.
I'll forget.
Yeah, thank you everyone for being here. We appreciate you, even though we were delayed and USA time change confused. You all came in to
And
visit
thank
with us,
you
and
for waiting for me because I
yeah,
thought that we'd be doing it at 7 o'clock UK time.
right?
But
Because see,
it did not
we've
work.
changed time and UK hasn't yet. So
Yeah.
yeah, it always messes me up. My sleep goes, and the truth is, it's worse because my husband will change the clock the day before. So he changed the clock Saturday. I woke up Saturday. And he says, "Don't forget to change your clock." Wait, what? What? It's like
It
not yet.
didn't work. I'll have to find a proper pen. I've probably got one in my handbag.
Thank you, Deb and Kathy and everyone else for the info on the cinches and the Zutters. We appreciate it. That's good info to write down and have.
Yep, that's very helpful. I will go and have a look at them and then cry about the price.
Keep in mind,
But
if we
as I
if
said,
we stream Wednesday, Fran will let me know and I'll get a notice out. But I will not be available to stream Friday. We're going away for the weekend to celebrate our
uh
18th
so we
wedding.
definitely will be streaming Friday. Ooh, I was just going to think of something for Wednesday.
Okay,
But if my
thank you,
leather
Deb.
punches work, I might be able to make it a variety of different ones because I know I've got oblong punches, but I don't know how small they go. I know they go quite big, but I don't know if they go that small. But anyway, that'll be fun to have a play with. So there we
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Okie dokie. I'm going to paint
Okay,
this
come
before I
back.
put the rest of the eyelets in.
I gotta come back. Let's get this off of there.
Yes, you come back, you.
I'm coming
You come
back.
back.
I'm coming back. I'm coming
Right,
back. I'm coming back.
let's
Bye,
see.
everyone.
Hang on a second,
Wait,
just
wait,
one.
wait, 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 wait. We're just all conbittle today. We thank you all for being here.
Just while I grab this. Nope. Nope, I must have taken it in the other room. Oh, that's so silly. Oh well, there we are. I took that sheet that I started printing on away to the other room. So puts headphones back on, can now be back in communication. Yeah. So I was gonna or I will on I'll tell you what, I will on Wednesday. I will do some spraying on some sheets. So
Yeah.
I've got the sheet that I did on Friday. In fact, this was on, I think. Didn't I? I did some stamping on a sheet in the end.
Yes. Yes,
So
you
I'll
inspired
spray
that.
that. Yeah,
So
I'll
we will work
spray
more on that. I will
that.
be here with you Wednesday. And we will see everyone then.
Yep. Okie dokie. Bye bye, everybody.
Bye
Sorry
bye.
it's short, but that's what was doing
Bye.
because I'm
Thank you,
tired
everyone. Bye bye.
and